Hey there, friends. How are you guys doing today? I hope you are all feeling wonderful. My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 7 of Let's Play Through Final Fantasy Origins, specifically Final Fantasy on the original PlayStation. In our last episode, we chatted with the infamous witch named Matoya, but she really did not have a whole lot to share with us, other than she's missing some sort of crystal eye. So we looked around her little cave, dungeon, home area. I didn't see anything, but we did help ourselves to a couple of potions and an antidote. Then we decided, let's go and explore something else. Her brooms gave us a little pro tip that if we hold the O or circle button and then hit the start button, we can go ahead and generate a map. I still suck at navigating through everything on this, but just so you guys know, this is here for us. And we are in the town of Pravoca, which was mentioned to us by a random inhabitant of Cornelia. So let's go ahead and just walk around, see if we can heal up, talk to the folks here. Whew, you guys, look at us. We are broken and busted. So my number one priority is to go ahead and revive Rohit, then find an inn to sleep in. Otherwise, we're gonna get our butts whooped if we have to go back outside. Arg, they're here again, this person says. What? Who's here again? Can you specify or clarify? I guess not. Well, I don't know if I want to talk. That guy looks a little rough to me. Let's go. That might be the church. I actually don't know where. Oh, Lord. What on earth is going on? This town looks like it's got a whole lot of bozos just chilling here. Well, I can't go into all of the places. This is an item shop. I'll wait. That's an armory. I'll wait. They are just there. It doesn't look like they're actually blocking anything I need. That's the inn. I want that bozo to move, but he looks a little rough. Maybe this is the church. There is a cross right above the door. Oh, hallelujah. This is what I was looking for. You wish to revive Rohit? Hell yes. 80 gil is the donation here. Oh my gosh. You guys, they're going to be running me ragged. Having to run out there and try to get enough gold for this crap. My goodness. Well, at least Rohit is back, and I can go ahead and rearrange my formation for the 50 millionth time. I gotta do something about Rohit. I think he's struggling a little bit, and it might be within my best interest to get him ahead of everyone else. I don't know. We'll see. I need an inn. I'm not worried about all of this. Please tell me there's an inn. Okay, is there not an inn? Am I blind? I don't see an inn. Oh, I'm so stupid. Of course there's an inn. We saw it way back over here. What do you have to say? The pirates came and sacked Pravoca. Wish they'd go back out to the Aldean Sea. Oh dear, so maybe those weird looking folks over there are pirates? This guy looks a little questionable himself, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess can't judge a book by its cover. And hey, there's a nice looking baby girl over there. It's like the one that was winking at us in the other town. Well, it's 50 gil to sleep here. That's not terrible. Not great, but it's not the worst thing we've encountered. Let's go ahead, rest up before anything goes down here. Because we weren't really, well, let's go ahead and save. I guess we've done enough to at least warrant it. Let's save over our bottom slot here, bringing us to what? Oh, 3 hours and 37 minutes of gameplay, friends. And look at those steps. We're really getting far into the journey, aren't we? Feels like we haven't done a whole lot, though. We saved a princess. We found an old hag who's missing her eye, but we weren't able to really locate it for her. So, have we achieved much? That's questionable and up to, I guess, interpretation. Let's look in some of the shops. This looks like the White Maid shop. We've got, a couple of things. Let's see. I think, well, let's read the descriptions. Lamp. Cures darkness, that might be good. We've got silence, which prevents foes from casting spells. Definitely good. Null bolt. Reduces lightning damage by 50. And then Invis 1, which raises evasion by 40 points. I think these are all really nice. This is probably going on our level 2 spot because as you can see, we've got blanks for the little circles right beside both Rohit and Melvin. I need to determine though, what do I really want? Let's go ahead. I think I will grab silence. Let's get Invis 1. I'll get Null Bolt. Did I say Bolt? Let's get Silence is going to be good on, I think, on both of them. Oh my gosh, this is costing all of my gil, though, to buy these. But I think I need these. And I'll go ahead and just grab Lamp on Rohit, and now I only have 44 gil. So I might need to do a little bit of grinding, which will be fine. I won't make you guys watch me do it. But I do want to stock up while we're here. Let's just see what's in the Black Mage shop. We've got Ice 1. Inflicts 20 to 80 ice damage. Fog, which blinds foes with heavy fog. Steel, which raises attack by 14. We are definitely, without a doubt, going to purchase this. And we've got Slow 1, which slows foes down, reducing their attacks. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to run back outside and try to get enough gold to where we can buy some Black Mage spells. While we're over here, let's just peek in the weapons shop. Let me see what else is over here. I think that's it for this side of town. So we'll see. I'm going to need a bit of gold because this is going to be a mess. What does he even have? We've got a hammer, which is already equipped, a broadsword, sword with a wide double-edged blade. We've got a battle axe that no one can use, but it does say it is an axe made for combat. And we've got a scimitar. A sword with a broad curved blade. I think I'm gonna go for the big end here and try to get that broadsword. So I want 550 gold plus what? All of those Black Mage spells were, what, 400? Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a lot. That's a lot for us to really do, but I will meet you guys here in just a moment when I have quite a bit more gil. I'm sure you'll see a change to our levels as well, but I will update you regarding everything that transpires without you when we do come back. So 1 second. Okie dokie, friends, welcome back. So us getting our asses kicked should hopefully, and I do want to emphasize the word hopefully, be a thing of the past because we are now officially level 7. I have a decent chunk of change in my pocket. If you look down at the lower right hand box where it shows our gil, we're at 1661. Let's just quickly scroll through our status. You'll see where we're all at because we're actually not too terribly far away from hitting level 8 on various party members here. So we have had some people fall while I was off camera grinding here around Pravoca, but let me just quickly scroll through. You can compare all of the specific stats on your own if you want to go ahead and pause the screen here. But I think the biggest thing to note is how close we are to level 8 and the spells that we have, which I will show you here in just a moment in an upcoming screen. But Tyrone especially, I don't think Tyrone has died for me, or if he has, it's only been once. Rohit's really still dragging far behind, and it looks like Burl and Tyrone are the two that are closest to level 8 for me. But as for our magic, I have Lamp on Rohit, which you had seen previously, but I also had amassed enough gold and I was incrementally coming in and spending each 400 gil that I was getting to purchase another spell. So I got Fog for him, which we already had read the descriptions, but just again to quickly highlight, blinds foes with a heavy fog. I also grabbed Steel for him, which raises attack by 14 points. You already saw everything we obtained for Melvin here in Pravoca, but Tyrone also got Steel, which we just said raises attack by 14 points, and I picked up Slow 1, which slows foes down, reducing their attacks. I don't know how I feel about this spell, but I thought I would go ahead and just diversify what we have. I'm trying to spread out the love a little bit here. This may not be the best set of spells for Tyrone, but I think we'll be okay to have this. And if I end up hating it, we can always drop a spell and just buy something else. Now, as I already mentioned, we have 1,661 gil, so we absolutely have enough to go ahead and buy that new sword for Rohit. And we'll see what's over in the left-hand side of town. There was an armory, and we do need to probably stock up on a couple general consumables. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this broadsword, which again is a sword with a wide double-edged blade. So we'll grab one. And that should be it. I'm not messing with the scimitar. It's, less than half the price. So and the battle axe can't be purchased on anyone. Therefore, this is all I'm really going to worry about for now. So let's swap out our rapier, and as you can see, our attack goes from 15 all the way up to 21, which is a considerable increase, and I'm especially happy about our accuracy going up 5 points from 24 up to 29. So let's go ahead and equip that, and I'm just going to sell the rapier. I think we need all the money that we can get, and there's really no reason to hoard it. So we'll collect our 5 measly gil. Really not a whole lot to that, but you know, it's better than nothing. And same thing for the nunchucks. We'll go ahead and collect our 5 gil back from that. I'll sort my inventory later. For those of you who have followed me for a while, you know, I'm a little bit of an inventory nut. I like for my stuff to be organized, but now is certainly not the time for me to be worrying about that. So I'm going to run over here to the Armory. I think this is the only shop we did not poke our heads into and just see what they had. Looks like they've got leather armor, which we already have purchased for everyone. We've got chainmail, a steel plate, which no one can wear. I think I'm going to pass on the chainmail. We've got a leather shield, which also cannot be worn by anybody. However, leather gloves, which are gloves made of leather, very descriptive. We'll go ahead and just pick these up for everyone. We've got quite a lot of cash. So 240 gil, and we still have a little left in our pockets in case we find anything else somewhere else we go. I did spend about an hour grinding to get all of this, so it took me a little bit, but I think it's worth the time investment to just go ahead and do so. So we'll bring up Rohit's defense by 1. Same thing for Burl. Defense goes up by 1. Melvin, defense up by 1. And Tyrone, defense up by 1 by equipping these leather gloves. Okay, I think our team is pretty much where they need to be, or at least as good as it's going to get for right now. We've shopped till we could drop. This is pretty much all there is to see here in Pravoca. So the only people we haven't spoken with are those weird looking thugs that are up here in the upper left hand corner. I guess while I'm over here, let's stop by the consumable shop. I'm going to grab 4 more of these. I know I'm spending a lot of mana, but I think it's necessary, and I'm going to grab 7 of these to round us out to an even 10. I think we're okay on tents and sleeping bags. I'd like to have more tents, to be honest with you, but I just don't have the gil for it right now, and I'd rather not buy another sleeping bag. Instead, I think it's more worth my while to save up the gil to grab a tent. So we're gonna leave it at that. Now we're done shopping. Let's see what these fools have to say. Say, I don't think you know who you're talking to. Fellers, teach these guys how to respect the great pirate Bike. Aye, aye, boss, we'll take care of them. I don't know what they're all up in arms about. I was just trying to talk to them and see what they thought, but it's okay. We've got 9 pirates, which should be fine. Let's go ahead and test out some of these new spells we picked up, shall we? So we've got Fog, which I've already read it like 5 times. We know blinds enemies. Let's just try it out. And as for the pirates, I don't think it matters which one we focus. Let's just focus one. I'm going to go ahead and throw an invis on Rohit because he has been struggling. And I think I'm going to, well, let's go ahead and just start whittling down some of our folks here, because we can go ahead and sleep at the inn. We've got plenty of mana for that. It's only 50 or mana. We've got plenty of gil for that. It's only 50 to sleep at the inn. So I think it's worth our while to go all out on this fight. We don't want anyone dying and missing out on the XP. I'd rather go big rather than having to go home, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll take them out. This game absolutely does require quite a bit of grinding if you're playing on the normal difficulty. I'm guessing that the easier mode, when we were looking at that when we first started, is going to reduce that for you, so you're not required to spend as much time, you know, just messing around with all this. I really don't think it matters who we're attacking. Since I'm going to sleep at the inn anyway, I'm just going to cast all of my spells just to make this go a little bit more quickly. We don't need this to be a ridiculously long episode. Oh my gosh, and they have almost no HP. That attack for 19 damage took them down. So I think we're in a really good place here. We'll knock them out. That broadsword is doing its work. And I think physical DPS the rest of the way is okay. Looks like they're falling. Oh my gosh! An attack for 10 health points was enough to get the job done. Hey, but we got 360 gil, so that makes me feel a little bit better about this encounter. What do you have to say now? Oh, I'm so sorry, sirs. Won't do no bad from now on, I swear. Here, take my ship. So he must have been the ringleader for all the trouble that's been going on here in Pravoca. But we obtained his ship. That's so funny. No bad deeds anymore, no sir. Really, just look into my eyes. You win. You win. So they really don't have anything else to offer, and it looks like people are outside now. We thank you for teaching them a lesson. Those rogues no longer threaten us. That's wonderful. And what do you have to say, ma'am? I hear there is a land of elves far across the sea where its prince has fallen under a curse. Well, that's another place for us to check out then, isn't it? Oh goodness, we've got to find this crystal eye. Now we've got to go find some land full of elves. And maybe save a prince who's succumb to a curse of some kind. Let's go ahead and grab this tent. Now I know technically I'm not too worse for wear here from that encounter with the pirates, but I'm still gonna go ahead and sleep at the inn just so we're all maxed out. I'm going to save back over my grinding save. So every time I come back to sleep at the inn when I've spent a little bit of time running around outside, I always go ahead and save in my little backup spot, just in case. There are some enemies depending on where you go. I kind of ran a little bit eastward, and there were a few enemies that have poison. We'll definitely go there and take a look at that later. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but you can definitely die going out that way. So I tried to make use of my in-base saves. Something else I should go ahead and highlight for you guys, that memo option that we saw in our menu, it looks like it's a temporary save. I'll show this to you as well. So when you go ahead and reload a game, you can kind of bring up this temporary save file. So I guess this allows you to save anywhere at any point, but it does not save to your memory card. So if you go ahead and turn off your PlayStation, your memo file is completely wiped, and you're going to only be able to pull your data from one of your memory card saves. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing a little bit of grinding and you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, the memo save is there for that. So you die and you can pull back where you left off from the memo. But you go ahead and reboot your system, you're kind of SOL. Just wanted to go ahead and point that out for you. Let's talk to everyone that's here. The sea is full of horrible creatures. Better be careful. Now I wonder, is this a key item? Oh, let me go ahead and sort. I kind of like the idea, honestly, of this being alphabetized, but I'll leave it as it is for now. Key items. Well, it doesn't say anything about a ship, so maybe it's just something we'll pull out of nowhere once we access a dock or a port of some kind. Maybe we'll find a marina, or maybe that's what those little white spots by the sea happen to be. We thank you for teaching them a lesson. Those rogues no longer threaten us. Same thing someone else has said. I want to go and talk to that little gnome before we call this an episode. Ah, here you are. I fled here from Melmond, a town far to the west. What a horrible sight that was, the earth rotting and monsters attacking as soon as night fell. Please, help us. Oh goodness, so another place that we'll need to go and lend some aid to, but not anytime soon. We've got plenty of other things in our laundry list of tasks to tackle. Oh, there's our ship, friends. Well, we'll go ahead and test it out when we come back together in episode number 8. But until then, my friends, I am your host, Rabbit. This is our playthrough of Final Fantasy Origins, specifically Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 1, and I appreciate having you guys along for the ride. So take care, be good, and I'll see you here in just a second in episode number 8.